Hello, I'm Dr. Vanita Rattan. I'm a doctor but also a cosmetic formulator specifically for skin of color. Today's video is a very important one and it's the top 5 mistakes you're making with your vitamin C. Unfortunately, there are a lot of misconceptions when it comes to vitamin C, a lot of poorly formulated products at high price points that aren't doing much for your skin. Having said that, vitamin C itself is a fantastic ingredient with many benefits. Vitamin C is a powerful antioxidant. It mops up free radicals that damage collagen and lead to premature aging. Vitamin C is a tyrosinase inhibitor. This means that it helps to reduce hyperpigmentation, so that's a scarring that happens after acne or melasma on the cheeks that happens from UV damage. Fibroblasts depend on vitamin C in order to synthesize collagen. Clinical studies have also shown that vitamin C improves wound healing and reduces raised scars. However, there are many mistakes made with it. Number 1, what form of vitamin C are you using? Number 2, is the percentage you're using in the therapeutic index, i.e. does it work, or is it below the therapeutic index but they're still putting it on the marketing, i.e. on the packaging? What order are you applying your vitamin C in terms of layering, and is the vitamin C being paired with any ingredients rendering it ineffective? And last but not least is packaging. Packaging is so important when it comes to vitamin C because it's an antioxidant. This means that it oxidizes in oxygen. You cannot afford to have oxygen around your vitamin C if you want it to last for a long time and to be certain that it's effective and prevent it from going brown. So this is why we always recommend airless packaging and airless pumps over, things like pipettes, for example, or jars of cream where it can become oxidized. So today's video, I'm going to be going through the best-selling vitamin C's and whether or not they are worth your money. If you love skincare and want to learn more, please do get your hands on a copy of Skin Revolution. It's a book that I published with HarperCollins. Don't forget, I'm in the comment section for 1 hour at the launch of every YouTube video. So when you subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell so you can come and ask me your questions. You can also ask me your skincare questions on my Instagram account. I've got 2, Dr. Vanita Rattan and Skincare by Dr. V. Also on TikTok, Dr. Vanita Rattan. And we've got a private Facebook group as well. So without further ado, let's dive right in. So number 1, let's start off with the packaging. Packaging is a thing that's probably most obvious to you, the easiest to identify whether or not you're going to get longevity out of your vitamin C or not. So vitamin C is unstable in oxygen. That's the entire reason why it's so effective as to mop up free radicals. So this means that you really want to make sure it's in an airless pump. Otherwise, ascorbic acid degrades to dehydroascorbic acid, which then further degrades where you completely lose the benefits of vitamin C. Light also degrades ascorbic acid, which is why you don't want packaging where light can get through. You want an opaque packaging so light cannot penetrate the packaging. So I'm about to reel off a list of vitamin C's that I wouldn't recommend for this reason because of the packaging. And you can stabilize a formula to a certain extent with your ascorbic acid, but ultimately once it starts to go brown or starts to smell, your vitamin C is no longer effective. And a lot of these products are expensive, and so for those reasons the cost benefit for me doesn't add up. So these are the ones, hold your breath because these are quite popular products and you probably purchased some of them. So first one is SkinCeuticals. It's incredibly expensive and it's very popular, but it's in a pipette form with light penetrating, and so over time it's likely that the vitamin C is going to degrade. The next one is the La Roche-Posay Pure Vitamin C10, another very popular product. The next one is a Sunday Riley CEO Glow. The next one is a Dr. Barbara Sturm Good C Serum. I've done an entire video, 2 videos I think, on Dr. Barbara Sturm. She's done one for Skin of Color. You should definitely watch that video. It was a real eye-opener, especially if you use any of her products. But yeah, I wasn't very impressed with that brand. The next one is Medik8 Super C. So I know a lot of you have asked me to review Medik8, and actually a lot of the formulas are quite good, but packaging is a problem. So again, this one was in a pipette, and so for me it doesn't really make sense as a formulator. You're doing your absolute best in order to stabilize your product, make sure it's effective, make sure people see results with it, and so then to pick packaging that isn't aligned with it, but maybe is aligned with the brand. Maybe that's the brand, you know, vibe, and you're trying to make sure the packaging fits in with the rest of your range, which I can understand. But when I formulate, I don't formulate for anyone else. I'm formulating for myself. I'm formulating to make sure the product works well on my skin. And so I'm probably not as invested in what a range looks like and to make sure packaging fits in with that brand. I could probably do a better job of doing that. But for me, it really is ultimately, does the product work? And even though these products, you're probably going to get good results at the beginning, over a period of time, vitamin C degrades. It is what it is. The next product is the Caudalie Dark Spot Vitamin C. Again, not in an airless pump. The next one is the Inkey List and the Ordinary Vitamin C, so both of them. And I know I have recommended these vitamin C's in the past if I'm doing like the Ordinary video, or I'm doing the Inkey List affordable acne range video, for example, because I have to use what's on their shelves. And actually it's fragrance free. They don't have essential oils. They don't use denatured alcohol. I do like a lot of the formulas for both, but if you're trying to pick the optimal vitamin C, it wouldn't be these, because again, not in airless packaging. The next one is Dermalogica Vitamin C. Then it's Ole Henriksen C Rush. I know there's a huge trend towards using Ole Henriksen at the moment on social media. I've actually done a whole video dedicated to why people like it, but also why it's not great for the skin. So that's another interesting video. The next one is the Kiehl's Vitamin C Serum. They've made the same mistake. And the next one is Mario Badescu Vitamin C Serum. Mario Badescu, I just think a lot of the products are awful. You've asked me to do videos on this particular brand, but if I just spend the entire video saying how terrible every product is, it's not that beneficial. So I'm probably not going to make that video. At the end of this video, I am going to give you my favorite vitamin C's that are non-sponsored. As you know, all my videos are non-sponsored. They will never be sponsored as well. It's important that you have a place to go to for non-sponsored content for your skincare, so you know that it's unbiased information. Right, now let's talk about the second mistake, and that is the form of vitamin C that you're using. So from the easiest to oxidize to the hardest to oxidize, that's the order in which I'm going to be talking about vitamin C's, starting off with ascorbic acid. The optimal pH for ascorbic acid is 2.6 to 3.2. Now your skin has a pH of 5. This means that you're getting this immediate exfoliating action happening. It's an acidic product that is exfoliating the skin. That is that brightening that you're seeing. It's not the vitamin C that's giving you that immediate brightness. It doesn't work that way. That immediate brightness is coming from the exfoliation. And this is the reason I don't want you to use it daily, because I don't want you chemically exfoliating your skin daily. For me, that doesn't make sense. And it certainly doesn't make sense to put it on in the morning. So yes, we do want to use vitamin C in the morning, but I wouldn't recommend ascorbic acid for skin of color in the morning, because why would you want to take off the top layer of skin? Mentally and visually, you think you're getting this brightening effect, but actually don't have the protection and can damage the skin barrier over a period of time if you're doing it every day for a month, say. It's just not something that I would recommend. I'd always say you want maximum benefit but minimum irritation when it comes to skin of color. The next form of vitamin C is ascorbyl glucoside, and that is slightly harder to oxidize than ascorbic acid. The next one is sodium ascorbyl phosphate, which I love, love, love. It's water soluble. I use it in a lot of my products. The next one that's even harder to oxidize is tetrahexyl decyl ascorbate. As you all know, I love this ingredient. The reason is it's fat soluble. It penetrates into the dermis to help stimulate collagen. So it has many benefits, including that. Because it's fat soluble, it's able to do it. It's a very specific form of vitamin C. Then the next one is ethyl ascorbic acid. Is another one that I love, and it is stable as well. So these two, tetrahexyl decyl ascorbate and ethyl ascorbic acid, are very, very stable. So I know there are a lot of vitamin C products out there that are between the 2 to 20% range, and they're very, very popular, but I wouldn't recommend it because they are essentially chemical exfoliators, and I tend to recommend that once a week, not daily. So as you know, tetrahexyl decyl ascorbate is my favorite vitamin C. It's fat soluble, which is a reason that I formulated it in our body brightening oil and also in our antioxidant power serum, which I use every day. The third mistake is the combination in which your product has the cocktail that's been made with your vitamin C. Vitamin C is an antioxidant, which means that it needs other antioxidants in order to stabilize it in a cocktail formulation. And so when you see just a vitamin C on its own, it's less stable than if it had other antioxidants with it, which again is the reason that when it came to my antioxidant power serum, I put in here retinol, 0.1%, retinaldehyde, retinol palmitate, plus we put in your vitamin C, coenzyme Q10. These are all antioxidants working together in order to stabilize the product. So just in case you want to know what an airless pump looks like, this is the Power Antioxidant Serum. And if you can see at the bottom, there's a little hole, which basically every time you pump, so this has got no light can get inside, it's an airless pump, no oxygen can get inside, but every time you pump, the base would rise, and so you're protecting the formula inside. So it glides on very easily, it's non-irritating, you can wear it every night, even if you've got sensitive skin, which is hard to formulate actually with retinol. Retinol can be quite irritating. Next, I would say avoid using with irritating ingredients, so exfoliating acids and exfoliating enzymes. I'd also say avoid ascorbic acid with niacinamide. Don't forget the optimal pH required for ascorbic acid is 2 to 3, whereas with your niacinamide it's 5. And so whichever pH the formula ends up at, something is not going to be working in its optimal range. However, I love niacinamide with sodium ascorbyl phosphate or tetrahexyl ascorbate. Those work very well together. The next mistake is using benzoyl peroxide at the same time as your ascorbic acid. So the reason is that benzoyl peroxide, the way it works is it poisons your P. acnes bacteria with oxygen. So it's almost producing oxygen. But on the other side, you've got your vitamin C, which is an antioxidant. And if you put those two together, your vitamin C is no longer going to be effective. So if you use benzoyl peroxide, just make sure you wait 5 minutes and then pop on your vitamin C. The next mistake is layering too many single actives. And so, for example, I love The Ordinary. I think they've democratized skincare, they've made skincare affordable. They've actually helped us learn about ingredients that would have been too complicated to learn all at the same time. But they've almost, made it into bite-sized pieces for us to understand and then also to educate on. But if you layer too many single actives, by the time you get to the third active, say for example you've got alpha-arbutin, tranexamic acid, and now I'm putting on vitamin C. The vitamin C is just not going to penetrate the other ingredients, let alone get into the skin or be effective. So if you have a problem that requires, or skincare concern that requires, 5 or 6 actives, you want a cocktail cream. You want a cream with everything in it so you get even penetration of everything. If you're layering single actives, it's just, you're not going to get the best bang for your buck. Moving on to the Dr. V approved vitamin C, starting off with number 1, which is 15% vitamin C plus EGF serum from the INCI list. The second product is CEO 15% vitamin C brightening serum. It's fragrance free and it's got tetrahexyl ascorbate in it, but it is missing other antioxidants, but I like the packaging. Third product is First Aid Beauty 10% vitamin C brightening serum, 3-O-ethyl ascorbic acid, which is very stable if you remember us talking about that before. The next one is Paula's Choice Super Antioxidant Serum with tetrahexyl ascorbate, ubiquinone and ferulic acid. It's very good. And lastly, if you're looking for a product that's for anti-aging and for anti-hyperpigmentation, then you can use our Power Antioxidant Serum. In here, we put in retinaldehyde, which works 11 times faster than retinol. I've also put in retinol, put in your vitamin C, tetrahexyl ascorbate, and your vitamin E, plus your coenzyme Q10. So I've put them together in combination, airless packaging. And if you're looking for a product for the body, this one I've made for hyperpigmentation and for stretch marks and scars. In here we've got retinaldehyde, tetrahexyl ascorbate, vitamin E, and ubiquinone. So if you are looking for a body oil specifically for stretch marks and blemishes on the body, then this is the one that I made for you. I look forward to seeing you all in the comments section. Thank you, and we'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.